If you're having suicidal thoughts or feelings or feel like you have no hope, please call 988. There, you can talk to someone who not only cares about your story, but cares about you. Please reach out today. Thomas P. Murphy once said, "Minutes are worth more than money. Spend them wisely." At Minutes Wisely, we take that to heart. Our mission is to decrease veteran suicide by providing life-changing experiences for veterans, first responders, and Gold Star families. We believe that we can make a lasting impact by rekindling a sense of purpose and fostering community through sponsored tickets to sporting events. These experiences are not just about the game, they're about the moments that can change lives. A simple sporting event can boost joy and instill a sense of renewed hope and purpose for those who have served. Join us in making a difference. Become a moment maker and empower a veteran with rediscovered hope. Visit minuteswisely.com for more information and to get involved. Together, we can make every moment count.
Welcome back, fellas.
Hello.
Good evening. Welcome back to another episode of TSP. Today we're with Jeff. I think I already got his whole life story because Andrew kept asking him questions.
Hey, man.
Before we hit
I haven't
record.
seen him in 4 years, man. Give me a break, please.
Yeah, it's all good.
Damn, dude.
I got bust your balls. You know
It's
that.
okay. I'm used to it. My balls are busted. I like
Yes.
that feeling.
So this podcast spun off nonprofit where we send veterans to events. We're looking at sending a veteran to deep sea fishing in South Florida. I wanted to do that this spring, but the doctor gave me some rather unsavory news, so we're going to push it off until probably fall. So it's still going to go forward, but I just have to push it off a little bit because I don't want to deal with fundraising and stuff right now. But be on the lookout for that. Like the intro said, hop on over to minuteswisely.com and you'll see what we're doing over there. Andrew, do you have anything today?
I do. Actually,
Yes,
I know you're doing the thing in the fall, the fishing. Well, I have selected 2 veterans to get a free dive weekend in Panama City in June 28th to July 1st. We will be staying at the Bayside Blue Green Resort in Panama City. And Panama City Diving, my fraternity brother, he owns the shop. He will be doing a Discover dive for 2 6th Marine veterans, Jacob Neesmith and John Eric Gam. I went to boot camp with both these kids. They're both from Alabama. And they are the lucky recipients of a dive weekend. So they will be doing Discover Scuba for $125 a pop, paid for by Minutes Wisely. Meals included, gas included. I think we're doing a convoy. I'm going to be picking them up. So it's going to be a lot of fun. And so hopefully after this first one, we can do a lot more because I am a rescue diver, advanced open water from Panama City Diving. So it's going to be a lot of fun. So John, Eric, get ready to dive, man. Blow some bubbles. It's going to be fun. Second thing that I have, June 1st to the 7th is Marine Week in Nashville, Tennessee. So if you are a Marine, get your ass to Nashville and you're in the vicinity. I will be there with my fellow board members of the United States Marine Corps Reserve Association in uniform, and we will be talking about the opening of the Ton Tavern, the Reserve Association, and signing people up. And we've got a really special thing coming. I can't really talk about it because I signed an NDA. But
Dude.
there is a 250th commemorative thing that we are doing that we will be showing in June and it will be up for sale probably June 15th. But it has to do with United Recording Pressing, United Pressing Records out of Nashville. So those 2 and 2, I can't say the whole thing, but try to put it together. It'll be cool. We're raising money for the ton, which is November 10th. It's going to be awesome. We're going to have a joint birthday with the Navy and the Marine Corps. There's going to be dinners. There's going to be a dinner on the 10th of November. There's going to be a dinner on the USS New Jersey. There's also going to be a dinner on the USS, I can't remember the name of that other ship, but it's there in Philadelphia. So if you go on tontavern.org and sign up for the newsletter, you will find out all this stuff. I'm a plank owner, so I'm going to be there with bells on, and my name will be in the Ton Tavern for the rest of time, which is kind of a big thing for me. I think that's kind of cool.
Hopefully it doesn't burn down again.
It didn't get burned down the first time, man. They took it apart. You remember that, man. We had the founder on. He gave you the whole history.
I know.
Man. No, it's funny that you said that, man. Somebody said that. It burned out and on Facebook. And I was like, you know what? I'm not even gonna argue with him. Nope. I'm not gonna engage. Made me too mad.
Yeah.
But that's it. That's all I got, man.
You Marines get all fired up about the Ton Tavern.
Yeah.
Yes, they always will. They always will.
But you know what? You Navy people should also be fired up because John Adams penned what the United States Navy was going to be on the second floor of the Ton Tavern.
We're not as intense.
I love the Ton Tavern. So,
dude, do you? I don't know if you got out at that time. You remember? Did you go? Were you with us when we went up to the Marine Corps Museum? No.
Nope. I was already gone.
With 3-8, got kicked out.
Yeah, I was already gone.
With
yeah,
3-8,
that doesn't surprise me.
We got kicked out of Ton
got
Tavern.
kicked out of a lot of places.
We drank too much, and Colonel Reggie McClam, he's like, "That's it, out of here. We gotta go." I'm like, "Hoorah, sir."
Good old 3-8.
Yeah, hey, dude, we got in trouble on every port call on that Mew. We were all in trouble. Every port call.
Y'all got in trouble in Rhoda.
We did. I almost got busted down in Rhoda.
I know. I was stationed in Rhoda when you guys came through.
Dude, hey, that was Hasnut's fault. I blame the sergeant. I was a buddy fucker. Big time. I was like, sergeant's fault. Not the corporal's fault. It was the sergeant's fault. But he also had 2 women doing an Eiffel Tower, and I had to get him home, and we were like 20 minutes from base.
Yeah, y'all didn't try and commit an international incident that night, did you?
No, but Jacob Hasnut, ask him about it. I love you, Jacob. I love you, dude. Shit, I forgot you were stationed at Rhoda. That's awesome.
Yep,
man.
I was
love
at
that
Rhoda
base.
when y'all came through on the Mew.
For the washdown. Oh shit. Damn, that's awesome. But without further ado, sorry, we're gonna get into these stories in a little bit. Without further ado,
before we get started, you have your list of 10 questions up and ready for the end of the show?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
They're good to go. So Jeff, at the end of the show, we're going to ask you 2 questions. 1, your favorite number. 2, what corresponds to that favorite number will be a question.
1 through 10.
1 through 10. So we ask our guests all of this, and 92% of the time, everybody, their favorite number is 7. Like, seriously, everybody on this podcast we've asked, and it's been fucking 7.
Mine's not 7.
Thank God. Okay, good. All right,
There's
good.
not 7.
He's going to say 7 now just to fuck with you.
Oh, no.
I thought about it. I did. I thought about it.
But to the 50 countries that are listening to us, and to the 600 and how many?
What did I say?
645?
658. 658. The number 2. The number 2. Who, me?
No, you're fine now.
Oh.
No, you're good. You're good. You were frozen for a second.
Me?
No, you're good now. You were frozen for a second. You're good now.
Oh. So the number 2 city on the list is still Frankfurt, Germany.
Frankfurt, Germany. So, wunderbar. Guten Abend, Deutsche. So,
Yeah.
to all our fans out there, to all 650 cities in America, to our 50 countries, I want to introduce you to a good friend of mine, a fellow shipmate, one of the best docs I've ever known in my entire life. He taught my docs that kept me alive. Doc Jeffrey Manalansan. Yay! Yeah, okay. Applause, applause, applause.
Yeah.
Doc, who are you? Now, hey, it's your show now, man. Who are you? Where you come
Um,
from? Give me some background. Give us some
I'm
background.
originally from Baltimore. Growing up, I always wanted to be a Marine, and then I went to college and blew my knee out playing lacrosse at Newman College. Now it's Newman University, right there in
Wow.
Aston, Pennsylvania. And then I wanted to join the service. Walked in the Marine Corps office. We need all this documentation from your knee surgery. I couldn't get it. Walked out the door. Walked next door to the Navy office. What do I have to do with go with them? So they were originally I was going to be a master at arms, but the school was closed for 2 years when I went to enlist.
Wow.
And then right after I signed my contract, literally the day after, was 9/11.
Ooh.
I signed my contract to join the Navy on September 10th, 2001.
Holy shit.
Yep. And I'd already decided I was going to be a corpsman because the Master at Arms program was closed for 2 years. Obviously, right after I signed my contract, it blew wide open. But I had already made a decision to become a corpsman. I had already made the decision that I was going to do everything I could to be a Fleet Marine Force, because that was the sole purpose of me becoming a corpsman, was to go with the Marine Corps. I left on January of 2002 because I wanted to stay home for my daughter's first birthday. Went through boot camp, lost a lot of weight in boot camp, went to my A school across the street in Great Mistakes. Then they flew me out to California, to Camp Pendleton, to now it's FMTB, but it was FMSS when I went through, and out there humping out up and down the Razorback in the Mesa, and then shipped me to Camp Lejeune. Why I got sent across the country when there was an FMSS program in Camp Lejeune, I do not know, but it made the difference it made the difference for me, because I was used to walking up and down hills, not flat, so it made the marches a little bit easier.
Lejeune has no hills. None.
No, Lejeune has nothing. It's a swamp. But yeah, I joined 3/8 in September of 2002, and I was gone by December of 2002. Back 2003, gone 2004, back, gone 2005. So I did the deployment to Okinawa for the 9 months. Then they went to Haiti in June, CAX, and then Iraq in 2005. I make jokes that I was stationed. I was deployed to Lejeune. I was not stationed in Lejeune because I was never there. So I saw a little bit of Lejeune, but not much.
Driftwood.
Yeah, I never went in there.
What?
I can
That's
honestly
like a rite
say
of passage, man.
I was never in the Driftwood because I was already married with kids.
Well,
So I didn't
that's
go.
good. That's good.
I picked quite a few Marines up from the Driftwood,
Oh, I bet you did.
and La Mirage, and Southern Comfort.
It's,
Yeah,
not there anymore.
I was attached. I know.
Platinum
But I picked them
and
up from there.
La Mirage is now called like Stilettos or
Well,
something.
Driftwood isn't the Driftwood anymore either.
No,
I
it's
think
called
it's
Platinum.
or something. Yeah.
It's high end. High end girls. High end.
Yeah. Okay. Just like it was high end back then. Yeah. No. No. Definitely
Damn.
not. But the Okinawa, I remember in our Okinawa deployment, we were going to Mount Fuji on the HSV when OIF-1 kicked off, and we were all, well, most of the Marines were puking all the way from Okinawa to Mount Fuji because of the rough seas we had. So we went through all of our Finnegan, and we had hourly working parties to clean up the heads because they wouldn't stop puking. But they were all chanting, "Take this to Iraq! Take this to Iraq!" Obviously, it didn't happen, but it was definitely interesting to be on an HSV heading towards Mount Fuji to do some training when we should have been going there.
How big a ship is an HSV?
It's not big. It was a civilian high speed
Okay.
vessel. It wasn't even a Navy one. It was a
Okay.
commercial one that they were
damn.
just taking us over. It beat flying though. It was a lot of fun. It really was. Then we did Haiti.
Fucking Haiti Marine. You
That
are our
nasty-
grandfathers. You are our salt
nasty
dogs.
ass place. We burned our uniforms. We didn't even clean them. We just burned them when we got back. It wasn't
I
worth it.
heard the rumors.
And then January of 2005, we were off to Fallujah. It sucked for me because the Marine Corps decided to leave one of my packs on the plane and send it back to the States that had all of my clothes.
Oh shit.
So I had very little cold weather stuff in January when it was raining.
It was cold
I got
as
it
shit
about
in
a week.
January.
I got it about a week and a half later, to be honest. But once again, my Marines took care of me and gave me some shit, so at least I could stay warm.
Were you
know,
were you headquarters or were you attached?
I
to
was
a platoon?
HNS. I was
Okay.
HNS, and then I was put with the security detachment with Sergeant Hatto and Gunny Kirk.
Gunny Kirk.
Yes, Gunny Kirk.
I miss him.
Because now Master Chief Rio knew I didn't care about my rank. I cared about the Marines more than I cared about my rank. So he put me with the security company because he knew we were going to be taking around all the generals, all the colonel, the XO. So I did a lot of stuff that I wasn't expecting to do, but that's only because we had an XO like Major Neary or Major Miller.
Major Miller.
And he was doing all the fun stuff. I loved going out with Major Miller. I hated going out with Major Miller was a major at the time, and then we had the CO was Lieutenant Colonel Neary.
One star retired Neary now.
That's because he's an idiot. He doesn't know how to keep his mouth shut. He was an idiot in Iraq. He's the only man I know that would walk down IED alley, see a dirt mound, and kick the damn pile of dirt. And then see a plastic bag and bend over to rip it open and then say, it's an IED. So I went from being in the middle of the pack when we were walking around to the back because I didn't want to be anywhere near him. Nowhere near him.
You had everybody six, man. That's good.
Then he had everybody, every one of our vehicles had a metal detector and a shovel because we're combat engineers in EOD. But other than that, I mean, I love my guys. I still keep in touch with some of them.
Good.
It was probably one of the best times of my life, honestly. If I could go back and do it again, I would. I mean, it's been 20 years. And it's funny I'm on here tonight because 20 years ago tomorrow in Iraq, was my first real casualty. And it wasn't even one of my Marines. India Company was out. One of them got hit with a VBIED, and we happened to be out, and we did the escort and medevac back to the surgical company because I forget what his name was, but he had like flash blindness from the blast. And as we were back there, I remember us getting a call from India Company. We had to come back out to Camp Delta to do an ambulance transfer because a lot of you guys were out on tracked vehicles and we were in Humvees.
Yep.
And I remember it because I remember beating you guys to the fob and waiting. And then the track pulls up, y'all dropped it back, and 4 of you carried off a 3-year-old little girl on an MRE box. What's significant for me about that is my daughter was 4 at the time. I'm Filipino. I have dark skin. She had dark skin. It became personal to me.
Yeah.
And the whole way back to the surgical company, where I'm doing everything I can to keep this little girl alive. And all I have is her mother in the back screaming, I'll take care of it. I'll take care of it. Stop what you're doing. I couldn't. Because all I was seeing was my kid. And then, the
Did you
next
save her?
day, what's that?
Did you save her?
She was alive that night. The next day, we had to go sit stagnant just east of Karma to recreate the scene because someone in higher than our pay grades decided we needed to determine it was a legitimate shoot. So we sat stagnant for 3.5, 4 hours. On our egress back, I watched a 7-ton truck, the back end go up, spin 180 degrees and flip and throw everybody out of the damn truck.
Yep, I remember that.
Including corpsmen. So we had a mass casualty situation that day. It was me and the 2 corpsmen that were in the back it was Doc Radabaugh and Doc Thorpe. So
Doc
we got them
Thorpe,
to
Jesus.
got them to the casualty collection point. We were running Marines to them, treating them as we go. I left them there because they were in the back of the vehicle themselves. But we were missing one. I ended up finding him, and it was Corporal Olson.
Yeah.
Corporal Olson went through one of my combat lifesaver courses, so I knew him very well. So it was very hard for him to see him the way he was. When it could have been prevented, because the higher ups didn't want to give us tracked vehicles. They made us go out in 7 tons and Humvees and sit for so long. And tomorrow, well, today over there is the 20th anniversary of the first KIA we had in 3.8 in Iraq that year.
Yeah, I think his thing is going to come up from the 3.8 OAF, and I know I'll be posting it. I know you will.
I'll be posting it.
I know Chief Sonny Young. Remember him?
Yep.
He's in Jacksonville, man.
Oh,
RP,
wow.
RPC Young.
But yeah, I truly feel like it could have been prevented. But I've had to live with it. I couldn't bring him home for 20 years, and it doesn't get easier. I've been through several programs. I've gone to Mighty Oaks Warrior program out there. Well, I went to California and Sky Rose Ranch. It was created by Chad Robichaud, a Marine that I know, and a jiu-jitsu black belt that I've become really good friends with. I went out with first it was the Purple Heart Cruise. Now it's the Warrior Honors Cruise. Met some great guys. As a matter of fact, the last time I was on that cruise, I was with Andrew, Sergeant Gantz, who was in that IED blast in February of 2005. Sam Deeds. Chaz was there too. And
Chaz Dunham. Yeah, Chaz was there. That's right.
Chaz was there. So we had 4 or 5 of us from 3.8 from all on that cruise together.
Yeah.
So it was an amazing thing that helped me get through a lot of stuff between Mighty Oaks, that, and then this summer, Sam got me out to Warrior Weekend to Remember out there in Ohio with his dive team, Fast Tracks.
Oh, yeah.
Life-changing for me. Completely life-changing for me.
That's awesome, man. Are you certified?
I'm working on it while I'm down here in Florida. That's my plan.
Good. You and I, we got to go diving. When you get certified, we're going.
I'm basic. I haven't done any other ones yet. I keep putting it off.
Do you have any GI Bill left?
Nope.
Or is it going to be gone?
It's gone. I'm using Voc Rehab right now as it is. That's how I'm in school down here. I needed a purpose. Like I spent years. I spent years after the Marine Corps, and I went to Rota after that. And after I got out, I had no purpose. I worked at the VA for a while, and then two of my friends from BJJ. One was a corpsman in Rota. One was an Army medic, and I met him with his service dog, and I had a reaction that I shouldn't have had, and his dog calmed me down. So I went through Healing for Heroes down there in Peachtree, Georgia, and I had a service dog for my TBI, my diabetes, because I got out and didn't take care of myself, and my PTSD, and the VA wouldn't let me have my dog at work.
What? It's the VA.
The ACBA
I remember when you were complaining. Yeah, I remember
not
that.
let me bring my service dog for my service-connected disabilities to work because they said she was aggressive because she stood up.
I remember when you posted that for the first time. Oh, I was like, holy shit. Watch out.
They decided to medically retire me. That was the easiest thing for them to do than fight me on it. So then I was teaching jiu-jitsu the whole time from the time I left Spain. I was teaching right up until 2020. I lost my school in June of 2020, thanks to COVID. And now I've just been a Ronin training. I don't compete as much anymore, but I think I might need to get back into it. I ended up getting my judo black belt. So
wait. Hold on. Whoa. You're a judo black belt?
Yes.
I took some of those classes, man. Judo's no fucking joke, man. That shit is fucking
I'm a
rough.
second degree black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and a first degree black belt in judo.
I'm still a white belt in jiu-jitsu with one stripe, so I got. But I'm a first degree in Taekwondo. But whatever.
Here's the thing, Andrew. You got the hardest belt possible for jiu-jitsu. The white belt's the hardest one to get. You actually got to show up. Black's not hard. It's a lot of time, a lot of effort, a lot of pain, a lot of sweat, a lot of blood.
A lot of omoplatas.
It's literally a white belt that never quit. You'll get there. It could take you 10 years. It could take you 20 years.
Hey,
it doesn't matter. It's your journey.
Rough, dude. After I got shell-backed, man, it hurts to do yoga right now. Like
here we go. He's gonna cry about shellback.
I get it. I've destroyed my body, and I'm still plugging away at the gym because it's what I needed to do.
You're great. No, you're great. I was at the YMCA today. I killed it. I need to get back here and I need to sprawl some people, man. Like, I don't know. I mean, I'm not going up against you because you will. You and JoJo will fucking kill me.
Yes, we could if we wanted to.
Yeah, you could. JoJo, I don't want to fuck with that guy.
Even JoJo and I, we're rolling with you. We're not going to do the stuff he and I would do to each other.
We're
going to use basics. Yes, you're going to tap. That's again, you're going to tap. But that's not the purpose of what we do. The whole purpose, the reason I fell in love with judo and jiu-jitsu was because it was like being in the damn military. You had your rank structure. You had your discipline. You had your camaraderie. That's the closest thing other than joining a motorcycle MC that you can get to what we had.
Dude, those judo throws are, I mean,
it's not
I can't even pronounce the ones that I got taught because it's in Japanese and I don't speak Japanese. But the front kick and then like that, whatever that's called, fucking awesome.
Depends on which way we're going.
You're going
forward or backwards. Yeah,
forward.
You have a
going forward.
Going forward, you have a going forward. Probably the Sayanagi, the way you're describing it.
The Sayanagi, yeah, I remember. Yeah, Sayanagi, yeah.
The whole point of it was to drop you on your head.
Dude, that shit is no joke. Like, we had to get mats. Like, practicing, we had to get mats to work on our throws.
Take it out of sport. If I throw you on your head, you come up to me, I throw you on your head, the fight's over. I don't have to do any work. That's the whole purpose. As quick and as painful as possible. Plain and simple.
God bless you, man. That's
punch
awesome.
Somebody in the face, you're getting hit for assault. You take somebody down and hold them till the police get there, you're usually going home. All depends on the state you're in. So, but that's between the, Mighty Oaks, Healing for Heroes, Warrior Weekend to Remember, Jiu-Jitsu and Judo, that's what's kept me alive. Literally. It's what's kept me alive. That's how I used to combat all my symptoms from my PTSD. It's helped me relearn how to learn because I was a smart kid in school. After Iraq, I wasn't so smart anymore. I got diagnosed with a TBI 2 years after Iraq. And it's just gotten worse.
Yep.
But judo and jiu-jitsu is not book studying. It's repetition, which is ultimately how I ended up being down here in Orlando at the Motorcycle Mechanic Institute. I could have went back and been a nurse, a PA, whatever. I couldn't memorize that stuff. It didn't work for me.
No, I get you, man.
Doing stuff hands-on. I've been down here since October. I'm in we finish our 5th class tomorrow. I haven't scored lower than a 92 in anything I've done down here.
Good for you, man.
Because it's mainly hands-on.
Yeah.
Like
on the
hands-on
stuff.
is most. Yeah,
of course. I get
we
it.
have academic stuff, but it's only worth 20%. of our grade, the
Yeah.
hands-on is what's worth 100%, is worth 80%. So I'm flourishing because it's hands-on.
Dude, I get you. I can't. I mean, it's hard for me to read nowadays. Like, if I have to read, like, if I do read, I'll read like the same sentence 3 times. I'll get bored and I'll be like, okay, I don't want to do this anymore. Like,
Yep.
I was a voracious reader back in the day, and
Yep.
my PTSD, my brain is not wired to do that shit. I
We're
mean,
wired differently now.
yeah.
We're just
I don't
wired
know.
differently now.
I don't know. Has your mom ever said that she wants the old Jeffrey Manalansan back? Because my mom said that to me, and I'm like, Mom, that guy is dead. He died a long time ago.
My mother has never said that to me.
Okay.
However, my exes have.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And I'll tell you the same thing I told them. So my first wife, she said that to me, and I said, I'm not the same. I almost died over there. I think differently now. I'm not going to be the same person. And even more so recently, like I've done a lot of soul searching and why I was the way I was afterwards.
Yeah.
For the last almost 20 years. Because everyone told me I was what I was. It was a product of getting a TBI. It was a product of my PTSD. It was a product of this, product of that. And I'm not. It's made me who I am. And I lived it for many, many, many years.
Yep.
But that's not who I am anymore. And I've had, relationships like, I want that guy back. No, you don't. There's a reason that guy is gone. That guy is the reason we're not together.
We are not
Now
our disease.
I'm not my disease. Do I still have problems? Yes.
Yeah.
But I make a choice every day to make myself better, be the best version of myself for whatever comes next, because I'm tired. I'm tired of being the angry guy. I'm tired of being the grumpy old veteran. The one that's, I was this when I got out. When I was in, I was this. When I got out, I was that. Now I'm nothing. No, I don't have it. I'm not nothing, but I found my value and my worth now at almost 45 years old. Back then in 2005, I felt like I was invincible. I'm not invincible. I'm not.
We're getting old.
I ache every day. But I find ways to continue on and press on just like we were taught to do, and just try and be better for myself. I can't do it for anyone else anymore. It's got to be for me.
Mm-hmm. And see, guys, listen to that. Okay. That is amazing. Okay. That is amazing. What Jeff just said is what all of our people that we've ever interviewed, that's what they say. Find something that makes you happy. And you know what? Keep on doing that. Okay. Because you are not your disease. You left that person. I left that person along. It took me a while, just like you, Jeff. It took me
it took me a long time. I literally have just done it since I've been down here. It's cost me a lot. It's cost me a lot in the last 20 years. And I just have to accept the fact that what I did in the past, I have to make conscious effort not to do again, and that's all I can do. Like, I realized back in August of last year that I had borderline personality disorder. I never knew it. I never knew why I did what I did in the past, why I would do certain things, why I always jumped headfirst into everything I did. And then I figured it out. My mom was a nurse. My dad owned his own store. They were always busy. So I was looking to fill that void of not feeling like I was never good enough. So when I went to college, started playing sports, I tried to be the best athlete I could. When I joined the military and became a corpsman, when I decided to go FMF, I had to be the best I could be, because I meant something to you guys.
Yes, you did. Yes, you do, and you still do. By the way,
it wasn't just the title that I had, or the being a corpsman. I worked my ass off to be the best I could be to make sure you guys came home. That was my sole purpose. And I did it throughout my life. I did it with jiu-jitsu. Like when I got out, I had nothing. I jumped into jiu-jitsu. I taught jiu-jitsu every day. I was doing jiu-jitsu 6-7 days a week for years up until literally COVID, and then I had to take a step back, and it's the best thing I did because now my body's healing. But coming down here, being back in the weight gym, when I saw you in, was it 2022?
Yeah.
When we were on the Purple Heart cruise, with Chaz, Troy, and Sam, I was like 290 pounds. And that was on testosterone. I was 290 pounds. I still wasn't really taking care of myself. And now I'm fluctuating between 225 and 230. I'm in the gym 4 days a week. Just for me, I'm not doing any competitions. I'm just trying to be as healthy as I can for as long as I can, because we destroyed our bodies.
Yeah, we did.
And I'm just trying to bring it back to somewhat normalcy where I don't hurt all the time. And now that I'm working out that much, I feel great. I mean, yeah, I still have my aches and pains that we're all going to have just from all of our injuries, but mentally, physically, emotionally, I'm 100 times better than I was a year ago, 2 years ago.
Jeff, I have to ask you a question. Now, when you lost all this weight, now this happened to me because I think when I last saw you, I was 265, 270. Mm-hmm. So I lose all this weight. I lose like 71 pounds. I'm 205, 204. I range between 200 and 205, depending on how big of a shit I take in the morning.
Nice.
Yeah,
So
at least you're weighing yourself the right way.
All of the pains and aches, like I just found out I have a degenerative disc here and here. And I don't know if it was for you, but when I lost that weight, I started, like, all these injuries started coming up in my body. I was like, what the hell? And I went to the VA and I was like, what's going on? Like, my neck is killing me in my back. They're like,
take this pill. Take that pill.
One?
Take this pill. Take that pill. That's what the VA says. I'm having a side effect from this pill. Well, then we'll give you this pill.
Yeah.
So I can't run. I couldn't. I've had 7 knee surgeries. I've had 7 knee surgeries, 6 of which were in the service.
7?
1 was prior. 7.
Holy shit.
I've had both my meniscuses. I've had both my meniscuses shaved 2 or 3 times. I've had both my ACLs replaced. I had my kneecap reset. That was my last one. I've had cortisone injections. I've had Synvisc injections. I honestly, at some point, they're going to just have to replace my knees, but it is what it is. But since I've lost the weight, I can run on the treadmill now. I don't just have to sit on a bike or use an elliptical. I go walking all the time now, and I don't get out of breath up and down flights of stairs. Not out of breath. I'm probably in some of the best shape of my life I've been in.
You look fantastic.
Since the military. Even with all the jiu-jitsu, I never really took care of my body like I do now.
I'm going to be, like, after our interview tonight, I'm going to post something about our interview. And I found this one, and you look pretty good in that picture.
Yeah, that was that's in Rhoda in 2007, I believe.
A Purple Heart, and then this green one, and then a good cookie. And then you've got a shit ton of medals, like 1, 2. I mean, you have 11, 12, 13. You have like 17 medals, man. I mean, my stack is good, but this is like a North Korean general.
At the right time. Be in the right place at the right time. That's all it is. Except for the 2. I got the enemy marksmanship badge. It is what it is. But the one next to it, the comm, was for the medevac in February of 2005.
Yeah. And you got red chevrons, which means you got in trouble at one point in your career, correct?
No, I did not get in trouble in my career.
What?
I only did 7.5. I only did 7. I didn't make it to the gold chevrons.
Yeah,
wait. You gotta explain the gold chevron thing.
I think it's 14 years, right?
It's like 12 or 14 years of good service. We go from red to gold.
Yeah.
Well, at least it was. Recently, I've heard. I don't know if they actually did this, but at that mark, you were getting them whether you got into trouble or not. But that's how you could tell someone who went to MAST or worse as they were
The
later in their
Scarlet-
career.
The Scarlet Letter.
Yeah. It's like a scarlet. That's exactly what it was, a scarlet letter.
That's a good one. Good one, Fleek. That's a good one. Damn. Thank you, Jeff. I never understood the gold and red
Yep.
shit.
I think they're getting rid of that.
They are. At least
Yeah.
that's what I've heard.
Go
Yeah.
figure.
But then again, they got rid of my rating too, which is stupid because we have the most Medal of Honors in the Navy.
Yep.
As an 8404, a
Yep.
Fleet Marine Force Corpsman. But now
Hey,
I don't know. They're
they
LAs
got
or
rid of
something like that.
3.8.
It's weird.
But if we go
Oh,
back to
that's true.
war,
That's because they put you away because y'all don't know how to act unless it's at war.
yeah,
That is
exactly.
true.
Because
That
we're
is
That's why
animals.
they put you away again.
We are. Hey, I'm going to say this right now. 3.8. We are the best war fighters when it comes to doing that, doing what we do. 3.8 is the best at it. Okay, we are in a box and it says, "In case of war, break glass."
Yes.
And Doc
That's
Manalansan is
legitimate.
keeping us alive.
That is straight legit. You only bring 3.8 out when you need them. Otherwise,
Jeff,
put them
serious
in a
question.
locked box.
Serious
Yep.
question. How many silver bullets have you given?
Whoa.
Is he counting?
I don't remember.
And did you enjoy it?
No, never.
Hey, were you
Um,
there? Were you at 3.8 when NCIS came on
No,
deck?
that was after me.
Okay.
Me. I was gone before NCIS showed up.
Damn.
Yep, I was gone for that.
But you knew. I bet you know who I'm talking about.
I was in
You knew
Rota.
that guy.
I heard all about it.
Okay. All
I
right.
heard all about it.
Yeah.
I heard about how much of an idiot y'all were in Japan too. And on the mule.
Okay. Wait, Japan. Is this?
I was
pre-
03. I was there.
Oh, yeah. That was before me, and I think First Sergeant Herrera was attached to 3.8 at that time, and he was Sergeant Herrera back then.
That is possible. That is possible.
I just had dinner with him at Ducks in Lejeune last week, and he went from 3.8 to the Scout Snipers, and then he retired as a Scout Sniper, 15 years in as a Scout Sniper. Badass motherfucker,
Yep.
by the way. Kind of was intimidated having dinner at Ducks in Lejeune.
Yep.
I was like, oh, how are you doing, First Sergeant? How's your
I
crab
still
dip, First
talk
Sergeant?
to Sergeant Major Kitchen.
Oh, Tory Kitchen.
Yep. I still talk to
Tory,
him.
we love you, dude. We love you. Whew.
So, but yeah,
Tory Kitchen. Dude, that guy scares the crap out of me.
Yep.
Hey,
I had to go out with him. I went out on patrols with him.
Do you remember when he went to a battalion formation and he was wearing purple and gold tracksuit, like for his Vikings? I was like, what the fuck is?
He's still a diehard purple and gold Viking
Yes, he is.
supporter. Still is.
God bless, and he still lives in Lejeune. He lives in Jacksonville.
He still lives in Jacksonville.
God bless him. Man, dude, you see, you had the Salt Dogs, you had the guys that taught us, but then you also had like the core people, like Fallujah and Karma, and right before we went to Ramadi, because you left. When did you leave? 3.8 exactly.
December of 05.
You left December of 05.
Yep. When we got back from Fallujah, I ended up transferring to the 8th Reg for the last like 3 months that I was there. And then I transferred to the Naval Hospital at Rota.
Oh man, dude, how
and
was
then y'all
Rota?
came through and got in trouble in Rota.
Dude, how the fuck was Rota? I mean, I've been to Rota. Now, Fleek, you have not been to Rota, right?
Okay,
Nope,
Rota was a
love
beautiful
Rota.
place. I loved Rota, but when I was there, the ships weren't there. The CBs were gone. So it was literally the biggest commands were the MAs, the hospital, and the flight line. We had so many chiefs running around the base. We didn't have enough Indians, so you could get in trouble very, very easily, because you had all eyes watched on you. But the command was nice. I loved the command. I loved being in Rota. It was beautiful. I loved
Beautiful
the
city.
Spanish culture while I was there. I got to travel a lot, so I saw a lot of countries from there. But it was really a nice place.
Oh, Rhoda. Man, we spent a glorious 6 days in 2007 there. Washed
Yes,
down.
I remember. I remember because I don't remember who the private was, but one of the gunnies was in Los Arcos with me, and we were just talking, and one of your privates decided to have a bet with me and lost. I don't remember the rest of the night because he was
Well,
buying my alcohol.
what's that drink that is
The
famous
blue
in Rhoda?
bottle.
Yeah.
It's not a
Yep.
drink. It's whatever. It's whatever the owner of Los Arcos puts in that bottle, and it's never one thing.
Well, dude, I went to a house of ill repute, and I was drinking sangria. I mean, I was married at the time, so who I was with, and I've already given his name tonight. He decided to go out, and I'm like sitting at the bar. I'm just drinking, and he's like up in the room. I was a good husband, not this one. It was my first marriage. I was good, and I had to go up and see him every like 10 minutes. So I was like, "Hey, sorry, we gotta go, we gotta go, we gotta go." And then like it's seriously 15 minutes before 2300 before we have to check in the ship.
Mm-hmm.
We're getting into a cab and we are going like seriously 115 miles an hour to get back to the ship. And Gunny Scroggins is there, and we are 3 minutes late. And he's like, "Far, where you been?" I'm like, "His fault.
Yep.
His fault," because I
Yep.
had just picked up, and I'm like, "I'm not losing my E4.
Yeah.
Not again. No, I'm not losing it
Mhm.
again."
Yeah.
That shit was. I loved Rhoda. Being on the Mew made me really, really love the Navy. Like, I didn't. I was kind of like, Navy, but then being on that ship for 6 months, 7 months, maybe give me a bigger respect for our naval brethren.
Did you
And
did you
I
stay
love
up
the
for
Navy now.
did you stay up for mid rats?
Fuck yeah, of course I did. I love mid-rats.
Yes.
I would have a cigarette after breakfast chow, after mid-rats, after lunch, after dinner, after mid-rats. I would have a cigarette. Like I had a really bad smoking problem because of the Mew. I was smoking
That doesn't
cools.
surprise me.
I was smoking all kinds of cigarettes, and I loved it. And it was so bad for me because I smoked for like the next 5 years, and then I had to give up because it was just bad. I don't know, but I don't know, Jeff. I love you, man. I mean, I love you as a person. I love you as a corpsman. I love you because you kept us safe, man, and you taught your corpsmen. You taught the corpsmen that took care of the different platoons because
Mm-hmm.
you taught all those motherfuckers, and you taught them
We all worked. We all wanted to be the best, so we had to train each other to be the best.
Robinson, Radabaugh, Beavis, Boodle. I mean, shit. Well, Boodle, was he your senior, or were you guys like at the same time?
I don't remember. Nirchi was there.
Nurchi. Oh
Shannon,
my God, Doc
Shannon
Nurchi.
Perez. Yep.
Holy Wait, and Nurchi passed, correct?
Nirchi passed. Yes. Yep.
Yeah, I knew I thought he passed away. Damn, man. But you taught all of the platoon corpsmen to keep us
Yep.
alive.
We did a lot. We did a lot of the stuff with the senior corpsmen. We all worked together. They did it to me when I got there, and we just kept passing the torch down, passing the torch down, passing the torch down.
I
Because that was what we were. That's what
God
we
bless you
needed to
guys.
be, and we wanted to bring our Marines home.
God bless you for that, man. But I have to ask you, what's your favorite number, Doc?
9.
9. 9. We haven't heard 9 in a long time, and Fleek is on the phone right now, so I guess I'll take over. So we're gonna go with 9. So here's your question: can you share a story of a personal triumph or an accomplishment during your time in the military that you were particularly proud of?
I was just out of Corps school. I had probably just gotten to 3.8, and I went home on, I think it was pre-deployment leave, before we went to Okinawa. And at the time, my brother-in-law had his finger bitten off. by a dog or something. He just came back with a piece of finger. And I just remember it happening. And I'm like, okay, did what I had to do, had it all packaged up, had vital signs. Everything was done for the paramedics to show up 20 minutes later. All they literally had to do was put him in the rig and take him to the hospital. And then there was one time, I think I was coming back to Lejeune. I was either on 95 or 40, major car accident. I had my bag with me, jump out, pull him out of the car, have him C-spine done, vital signs done before the paramedics showed up. It's what we do.
God bless you, man.
You teach us to do it. It still I've had it happen to me here in Florida. Someone went down, and it was a natural reaction for me to just jump in and do what I do. I knew I was taking a chance because I'm not a civilian paramedic, but I did what I could to make sure till they got there, and then went away.
Are they ever going to change that? Because you guys get some really good, really good training. Why doesn't that go over to the civilian? They teach the same stuff.
So when I was in and went through the EMT program, when I went through the Corps school, the reason they didn't give us our EMT license out of Corps school is because we were 2 days too short.
Damn.
No.
When I got out in 2009, I came back to Maryland, try to get my license in Maryland, and I played politics of you have to have your Maryland card. We don't do national reciprocity. You have to go through our refresher class. Okay, sign me up. No, you have to be part of a unit. No unit would touch me because I didn't have my Maryland cert. So I gave it up. So I use my corpsman skills when I absolutely have to. And I have friends that have been doing MMA for years, and I've used it to be a cut man for some of the local MMA promotions that were in Virginia, Maryland, Delaware. When I had guys that were fighting, that's what I did with it.
Dude, you need to be a rescue diver because that's right up your alley because that's what we do. And I learned some stuff that you probably already know and probably already have memorized. But
it's all changed, man.
If you love this diving stuff, dude, you can rescue an unconscious diver, which I've done, from the bottom of the ocean, bring them up, and then you have to inflate, and then you do basically the 2 and 30 while he's floating on, he or she is floating on the water before they get there.
Yep.
Dude, that is right up your alley. Like, you stick with diving, man. And
we'll talk about it.
Okay. All right. Good. Sweet. Because I want to dive more in Florida. I know there's a dive that you would love once you get certified. It's in Key West, South Point Divers. It's the Vandenberg, the USS Vandenberg. Okay. It is freaking awesome. We are going to go and we are going to have some fun, dude. I swear to God. I shit you not. But that's awesome. That was a perfect answer. That was perfect. Fleek.
Yes, sir.
You got anything?
No.
Any final questions?
Yeah. So he talked to you about he asked about the silver bullet. How about bore punching, man?
Ooh, another one. He probably bore punched me.
I did not bore punch you.
Thank God.
But there was an incident where 6 Marines came at the same time.
Yeah.
With the same problem.
Yep.
Had the same strand.
HPV? Was it HPV?
No, it was just luckily it was just gonorrhea and chlamydia.
Oh, just
only that.
The reason they got that is because in the Marines' infinite wisdom,
it goes out the window.
They decided your wisdom.
Oh,
they decided that using one condom was smart, and they just went in the bathroom, rinsed it out, flipped it over, and kept doing that.
What?
Oh my God!
Yeah.
Was that wait? Was that 3.8?
That was 3.8.
Oh.
So
get this, okay? This is another bore punching story. You're gonna love this. You're in Rhoda at the time, okay? So we're doing the workup for the MEU. So we're in Virginia Beach. We're doing the dunk tank, and so 2nd Platoon, which I was a part of, but I was married at the time, so I have to pee. Yeah, I know. I know. Quick story. So second platoon, they run a train on this girl, and the entire platoon has to get bore punched. I told them, I was like, hey, I didn't even stay, like, I stayed in a different hotel from you guys, but I still had to get bore punched. So everybody from second platoon got bore punched.
Because you do not think with your big brain. You
No.
think with your little.
Yeah. Okay. Hey, you got to get off in a few. You got to go. Jeff, dude, always a pleasure. I will see you. I'll see you in 2 weeks. I'm going to give you a call. We'll hang out. I'll be there for 5 days, so I'll take you to dinner.
You can punch his boar while you're
and you can punch my boar in Orlando. We have to go. We have to go to OBT for that shit, okay? Because that's kind of. But Jeff, I love you. This Jeff, this will air on Sunday.
Week
so
from
what?
Sunday. Week from Sunday.
A week from Sunday.
That's fine.
So good to go. I love you, Fleek. Great job.
Pleasure.
See you guys.
Take care.
Take care.
You too.